Hello and welcome to DVxUI. Today on this channel we are going to create this hero section in Figma. So let's start. Well, before starting the actual design process, let us understand what we have on the screen. So here, as you can see, I have pages and I have created 3 pages. The first one is design, the second one is YouTube, and the third one is learn. And currently I am working under YouTube. And now here you will see layers. Under layers, I have only one layer, which is resources. And if I go to resources, yes, you can go to resources by clicking on this grid icon over here. So double click it and you will go to resources. Now on the resources frame, you will find this picture of a home, and then you will also find the colors that I'm going to use in the hero section. These resources will be provided to you in the description of this video, and you can also find it in our Telegram group. And if you don't know about our Telegram group, the link is given in the description. You can join it from there. Well, now we have understood what we have on this left panel. Let us understand what this right panel is all about. So for that, let me draw a random shape over here. So let's draw a rectangle. Make it a bit large. So I have a rectangle over here. Well, it is a square, but square also falls in the family of rectangle. So this is a rectangle. Now, if I want to change the appearance of this rectangle, what I can do is I can go here in the right panel, and from here I can change the appearance. So suppose if I want to change the width to 2000, the width will be changed. So this is the benefit of this right panel. Whatever element you select on your canvas, the settings for that particular element will be provided in the right panel. Well, let's delete this. And if you noticed, when I press delete, the delete has appeared over here. So this is the function of this black box over here. Whatever keys I'm going to press, it is going to say it aloud, so that you know what shortcuts I'm using during designing. Well, this is enough of introduction. Let us start designing. So the very first step that we have here is to get ourselves a frame. So to get a frame, you have two methods. Either you can click F key on your keyboard, or you can go to this grid icon over here. As soon as you hit F key on your keyboard or go to this grid, you will find something has appeared on the right panel. These are all the type of the frames, and among them I'm going to select MacBook Pro 14. So now we have our frame over here, and I want to zoom it to fit on the screen. So for that, I'm going to go to this layers, and here I'm going to double click on this grid icon. Now it has been fit to the screen. Let us start designing. Now very firstly, what I want to do is I want to change the color of this background. So to change the color, what I can do is I can select this frame, and from this fill I will go to gradient because I want to provide a gradient color to this. For the first color, I'm going to select this color, and for the second color, I'm going to select this color. So a gradient has been applied to this frame, and now I also want to provide some border to this frame. So to get a border, what we can do is we can go to this stroke, enable it, and in the weight I'm going to put a value of 4. The color of the stroke is going to be our primary color. So this is our primary color, which has been applied. Well, now it is completely ready to put some elements and make it beautiful. Now first of all, let us start working with the headers. So for the header section, we need 3 things. So the first thing is the name of the website, which is going to be here. And then we need some nav links, which is going to be here. And then we need 2 buttons, which are going to be here. So for that, we also need some guidelines so that we don't miss alignments. So for that, I'm going to select this frame and then scroll it and go to layout grid, enable it, and by clicking on this grid icon, switch to columns and here in the count provide 16. For the margin it is going to be 100. So now these red lines are going to guide that where I am going to place my elements. So let us start working with the headers. So for the header, first of all I am going to name my website. So for the name, let us write assets. Well, I know it is not visible, so let's select it and increase the font size from here in the typography section. So the font size is going to be 44. And I also need a text behind this asset. So let's copy paste this text, bring it here, and here I'm going to write 3D. Place it over here. The size of this 3D is going to be 88 with the light font weight, and the color is going to be primary. Place it behind this asset. So currently it is above that asset text. So to place it below, what we can do is right click and select this option which says send to back. Now it is at the back. Let us adjust the alignment. And also put a dot over here. So yeah, this is good. Now take this and put them in a group. And let's rename this group to logo. So this is okay. And here I'm going to place it. So this is good. Now the next thing that we need is the nav links, which are going to be here. So for the nav links, I'm again going to select the text. And here I'm going to write home, assets, packages, and about. Well, I need to align them horizontally. So to align them horizontally, what we can do is we can select all our text. But first of all, let us change the appearance of these text because they are way too big. So let us reduce the font size. So the font size is going to be 22 with medium font weight. Now select all these, right click and enable this option which says add auto layout. So now they are inside this auto layout, and here in the auto layout section you will find direction plus gap. So currently it is vertical, we want it to be horizontal. So now they are horizontally aligned and we want to stretch the complete width. So we are going to make it hug content. So now this is good. We can also increase the distance between these text. So for that, what I'm going to do is instead of 39, I'm going to take 70. Well, yeah, 70 looks good. Let's select this frame. And by using this alignment tool, I'm going to align it at the horizontal centers of this website. So now they are at the center. And I'm going to push it up at their perfect position. So this is good. Now currently we are on the home page. So to denote that we are on the home page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this home and provide it a primary color. Just like this. Now the nav links is also done. Let us make buttons over here. So for the buttons, I'm going to take a text and here I'm going to write login. Let us provide an auto layout to this. The horizontal padding is going to be 22 and the vertical padding is going to be 8. I know padding might not be visible to you, but it will be visible in a bit when I'm going to provide a stroke to these buttons. So let us provide a stroke of weight, let's say 2, and change this selection color to the primary color. So the color of the text and the border will be changed. Well, let's zoom it. Now I want a copy of this button. So copy paste it. But it is not going to be with the border. It is going to have a fill color. So for the fill, I'm going to enable it, and instead of white, I'm going to provide a primary color. Well, with the primary color, the text is not visible. So let's select the text. And we are going to change this fill color of the text to this lighter color. The text is also going to be changed to, let's say, sign up. So this is good. We can also remove this stroke. So yeah, this is good now. Let us select both these buttons and put them in a group as well. So the buttons are done. Let's place them randomly over here. Now let's select all the elements of our header and put them in an auto layout. So select it and right click and provide auto layout. Now since the auto layout has been provided, but if you observe, these nav links have been shifted to the left. Well, it is because the width of this button group is 226, but the width of this logo is only 138. So we need to make it 226. Now we are going to decrease the gap between these elements. So instead of 280, let's go with 260 and let's see what happens. Well, 260 is still a lot, so let us provide it 230. And by using this alignment tool, I'm going to align it at the center. So yeah, this is good, and this also looks quite good. Now the next part is the hero section. So for the hero section, first of all, we need a picture over here. So for the picture, we are going to go to the resources, and from here we are going to take this picture. Again go to MacBook and then paste it over here. Align it and place it over here. I'm just playing with the alignment just to make it perfect. So yeah, this is good. And now let me remove this layout grid so that we can see it better. So let's hide it. Now as you can see, the picture is quite good, but we can make it even a bit more realistic. To make it a bit more realistic, what we can do is we can take a circle. So hit O on your keyboard and you will get a circle and draw something like this. Yes, we have drawn an ellipse. And now let's go to this fill in the gradient, and instead of linear, I'm going to switch to radial. The color is going to be black, and the outer color is also going to be black with the opacity of 0%. Well, it is still not looking like a shadow, so for that what we can do is, we can first of all, let us place it at the back of this image. So by using this send to back option, we can place it at the back of this image. And now we can play with this opacity to make it more realistic. So I'm going to use a value of 80%. Let us increase the radius. So just align it with your picture. So yeah, now it looks much better. Let's again enable our layout grid. So select your frame and in the layout grid, unhide it or show it. So this is good. Now let us start working with the hero text. So for the hero text, what we are going to do is, we are going to take a text and here we are going to write free assets for your. The font size of this text is going to be 56 with the font weight of regular. Let's copy paste it because we need another line, and here I'm going to write next 3D project, and the font size is going to be 92 with medium font weight. Now take both these text and place it over here just like this. Now currently if you see, they are quite monotonous and we don't want them to look like this. So for that, what we can do is we can play with the appearance of these text. So first of all, let us change the color of this text. So instead of black, I'm going to go with white, and I'm going to highlight certain part of these text. So assets is going to be highlighted with the primary color, and here 3D is going to be highlighted because these are the USPs of our website. So now this looks better. Now we need some description text over here. So for that description text, what we can do is we can go to a website which is Lorem Ipsum, and from here I'm going to copy this much of text, go to your design, take a text and place it over here. Now the font size is quite big, so let us reduce it to 20, and it is going to be of regular font weight. Place it over here and reduce the width. So yeah, this is good. Let us provide the primary color to this, and yeah, now it looks better. Let's take all our text and push them up so that we can have more space over here, because we are going to add some buttons over here. So for the buttons, I'm going to take a text, and here I'm going to write get started. Well, the button are not going to be this big, so we need to reduce this font size. So select your text, and the font size is going to be 24 with the regular font weight. Add auto layout. The padding is going to be 22 in the horizontal, and in the vertical it is going to be 16. In the fill color, I'm going to provide the primary color. Now if you see, the text color is not visible. So to make it contrasting, what we can do is we can change the color to a lighter shade. Now it is quite visible. Place it over here like this, and now I'm going to make a copy of this button. Place it over here, remove the color. So I'm going to use this remove option here, and let us change the font color of this text. So the font color is going to be primary color, and also the font weight is going to be medium. The button text is going to be no more, and this is how we are done with the buttons. So far we are done with the basics of this website, and now let us take a good look of this website. For that, select this frame and hide this layout grid again so that we can see it better. Place it at the center, and now if you see, you will find two empty spaces or two void spaces on this website. So those two void spaces are this and this. So think of what we can do to fill this void space. Well, in this last part of designing this website, we are going to fill this void space. So let us re-enable the layout grid. Go to layout grid and enable it. We are going to place some social icons over here. So some icons about LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. And here we are going to write a text, a small text that will also provide the readability to this bigger text. So let us first work with this text. So for that text, I'm going to hit T on my keyboard. So this will get me text. And here I'm going to write 3dassets.com. Change the color to primary color. Place it over here. Something like this. Align it. And yeah, this is good. Let us zoom it and see how it looks. And then I'm going to use a line and place it over here. The angle is going to be 0 and the stroke color is going to be the primary color. The weight of the line is going to be 2 and I'm going to select these two and put them in a group. Let's zoom out and now it looks quite better. Let's align it once again. So yeah, this is good. Now we need some social icons over here. So first of all, let us get our icons. So to get the icon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to this plugins, and under plugin I have Iconify, but you may not find this Iconify in your Figma. So what you can do is you can go to manage plugins and here you need to search for Iconify. Well, since I have Iconify, it has appeared over here. So I'm just going to run it. So the Iconify is here and in the search I'm going to type Instagram. Let us take this icon, place it over here, and then I'm going to take few more icons. So here I have 3 icons. So let us select them first. And in the dimension, I'm going to provide them 17 by 17. Well, let's unclip them. And now right here 17. So the icon has been distorted. Let's not do that. So let's go back. So yeah, this is good. Now we need a frame so that we can put these icons inside it. So for that frame, I'm going to select a frame, drop it over here, fill it with a color, and the color is going to be primary. Let's clip it. Now what is the function of this clip? If I clip it and change the value of height to let's say 200, the width will also change. But if I unclip it and change the height value, the height will be changed, but the width is not going to be changed. So let us go back to the original, clip it, and the dimension is going to be 36 by 36. But we wanted a circle and we have created a square. So how are we going to create a circle out of this square? Now, if you think, a circle is nothing but a square with the radius half of its sides. Let me tell you why. So here I have a square, and in the corner radius, if I write 36, it will be converted into a circle. So this is how you can convert a frame into a circle. Well, if you are asking that why we have created this circle out of a frame when we have a circle in the Figma, well, it is because the frame can contain other element inside it, but it is not possible with the regular shape element of Figma. That is the only reason why I'm using this frame as a circle. Now since we have a circle over here, let's put our icon inside it. Place it over here. Change the color to lighter shade. Increase the dimension. So this is good. And by using this alignment, I'm going to align it at the center. Now this is only possible because I have my icon inside the frame, but it is not possible with a circle. So now this is perfect. And I'm going to do the same with these two icons as well. So yeah, I'm done placing my icons inside this frame. Now select all these and put them inside the auto layout. The gap between them is going to be 14. And let's take them and place it over here. Slightly up here. Yes, this is good. And now we are done with the website. Let's remove this grid layout so that we can see it better. So hide it. And now as you can see, we have done it beautifully. Now randomly click on your canvas, then go to this show hide UI, and this will hide the UI options. Then press F11 key on your keyboard, and this will take us to the full screen. And here you can take a good look of this website that you have just created. Well, if you also have followed and created your version of this website, consider sharing it on our Telegram group. The link you will find in the description. Till then, we will meet in the next one.